Fake it till you make it. How many times have you heard that piece of advice and maybe even heard this piece of advice applied to manifestation, but maybe you're not really sure how that works? Well, today I'm going to give you a primer on how faking it till you make it works and how you can start to embody the things that you want now and in turn make them manifest in your reality faster. So if you want to find out how to do that, then be sure to keep watching. What's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jen. I am a spiritual life and business coach and this is my YouTube channel. I'm so excited to have you here. This is where I release 2 new videos every single week, all about the art of combining mindset and manifestation together so that you can use them both in tandem to make your dreams come true and to create your best life. So if you are interested in up-leveling your life on every single level, then be sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's my mission to bring this message to 1 million people. So I need your help in doing that. If you know somebody that could be of interest to these videos, then go ahead and pass this along to them. Also, do me a favor and come over and follow me on Instagram. That is where I share daily inspiration, lots of good high vibe tips. I'd love to see you guys over there. So today I wanted to do a video all about the art of faking it till you make it, or acting as if the thing that you want is already here. So you might have heard this advice before when it comes to manifestation, because of course what we are trying to do is to get on the same energy level as the thing that we want. So one of the best tools that we have to do that is to use the power of our own imagination. However, this is a little bit more tricky than it sounds, and we adults really don't have practice doing this very often. So you might have tried this before and felt like it was silly or pointless, or maybe like you were lying to yourself or lying to other people. So I thought I would do a video today just to go through what you really need to think about when it comes to faking it till you make it, or acting as if the thing that you want is already real. This is a truly powerful technique and it doesn't have to make you feel weird. There's just a few things that you need to keep in mind as you go. So at first, when you hear the concept of fake it till you make it, that might sound simple enough, but then when you go out there into the world and you try to actually fake it, it might bring up something called cognitive dissonance. So cognitive dissonance is this process that happens in your brain when you are saying something, but you know it's not real. So this is what happens when we lie to ourselves, or when we tell us we believe something that we don't really believe in. We're creating this sort of internal conflict and this internal friction in between what we are wanting to be true and what is actually true. So when it comes to faking it till you make it, of course, that is a big trigger for cognitive dissonance, and that cognitive dissonance might cause you to stop the process because it might make you feel very uncomfortable with yourself for putting yourself out into the world in a certain way. However, I'm going to give you some tips today that are going to help you get over the awkwardness and help you to really connect with this big vision version of you, which is actually just your future self. It's a future potential self that we are connecting with. So maybe that's the first thing I should start with. Let's just remind everybody that we live in a quantum field, and that means that all possibilities are actually real and possible. So you manifesting something isn't really a matter of you creating it in your world. It's a matter of you shifting over to the reality where it is already true. So that sounds a little weird, a little out there, but I just want you to remember that before we go ahead, that you don't have to work on creating anything. The things that you want are already created. All you need to do is to work on this stuff up here, and that's how you make it happen in your world. So faking it till you make it, that is a very real way of connecting with this other version of you and this version of you that already has the thing that you want. So there are a million future yous out there with a million different possibilities. What you are doing right now is just focusing in on the one that you want. So thinking about who that is, trying to embody who that is how you create the connection. And in fact, you can get a lot of inspiration by talking to that version of you, by sitting down and connecting to that future version of yourself and getting some wisdom from them. Because again, this has already happened all possibilities are all happening all at the same time in the quantum universe. So you can connect to this energy even though it hasn't happened yet in this timeline. I wasn't planning to get into the quantum stuff today, but there you go. That's a little quantum explanation of what's happening here. So with that being said, let's dive into what I actually wanted to talk about today. And that is sort of a 4-step process for you to fake it till you make it, or act as if until the thing that you want actually becomes true. So step number 1, the thing that you need to do in order to make this happen is to decide on it. And I say this in all the manifestation videos, yet people still need to hear this message. I know sometimes I even still need to hear this message because deciding is such a powerful factor. So let me put it this way. If you think that there's a possibility that something might not happen for you, then you get worried about it. Then you get stressed about it. Then you think, oh my goodness, how am I going to make this happen? When is this going to come to me? Etc., etc., etc. So that is when the worry starts to come out. When you decide on it, and when you know with all of your being that this thing is already on its way to you, that automatically takes you away from the worry and the chaos mind thinking, right? When you know it's just a matter of when and not a matter of if, it's totally cool. That takes the pressure off, right? So if you knew that there was $1 million coming to your mailbox with absolute certainty, this was going to happen at some point, you would be excited about thinking about your mail, and you would not be freaking out about whether or not that was going to come. You would just be in this happy glow moment of it is on its way. It's sort of like the happy glow moment before Christmas. I know the build up before Christmas is sometimes to more people more exciting than actual Christmas Day itself, right? Because we're fantasizing, we're thinking about this thing, we're connecting to this energy of what we want this day to be. And then when the day comes, like, you know, maybe it doesn't go quite as well as we wanted it to, and that's okay. But living in that future projection, that in itself is an exciting place to be. And when you're in the energy of having decided on something, that is where you can be with your manifestation. So that is my first step I'm going to give to you today, is to really truly decide on it, commit to it, know that it's coming to you, and that already is going to take away so much of the worry and the drama that we create around things, and that will make your manifestations come to you so much faster. The second tip today for faking it till you make it is creating excitement yet staying unattached. Okay, so this is a 2-parter. Very important that you get both parts. So again, I was just speaking about the example of if you knew something was coming to you, how would you feel? It's that anticipation and that excitement and that knowing. That is a really beautiful place to be for manifestation. And in fact, that's the magic place for you to be. However, most of us, when it comes to manifesting, we get stuck in the chaos mind, the stress mind, the wondering what if mind, right? We start to worry that maybe it's not coming, or maybe I didn't do it right, or maybe this isn't really meant for me, or maybe etc., etc., etc. And we also get really attached to getting it, right? We think that if this doesn't work out right now, I'm going to feel terrible about myself. If I don't get the car I want this month, then I'm a failure at life. If I don't get the relationship I want this year, that means no one's gonna love me. We create all these weird stories around the thing that we want, and those stories are in fact blocks to us actually getting the thing. So when you can have the excitement, but not have the story, not have the chaos, not have the drama, not make things mean something about you, that is where you want to be. So that means that you not having it right now, you're not making that mean something weird about you. You know that it's coming to you, and when you get it, it's going to be great, but that is also not going to mean something about you. That means you're not creating all of your self-esteem and your self-worth based on this one thing. This is something that we all tend to do. We tend to create this story in our mind that if I get this boyfriend or get this much money in my bank account, then I can finally feel good about myself. Be honest. If you're doing that, you are already putting your energy out there in the wrong way. You are not acting as if. You are hinging everything on one thing happening, and that is going to create such resistance to it actually happening. So again, imagine what things would be like, but don't stay attached to it. And I know that sounds like I'm telling you to do two opposite things, and in a way I am, but I just don't want you to create this extra layer of this story. Excitement is good. Being positive and happy and anticipating something is good. Making that thing make it mean that we're going to have this suddenly perfect life and never feel anything bad ever again. That is not helpful, because that is not true, and that's never going to be the way life works. So you need to keep things reasonable but positive, and that is the magic key. Okay, the third thing I want to tell you about faking it till you make it is not so much that you need to go out and start cutting your hair or wearing different clothes, although if you feel inspired to do that, definitely go ahead. But I want you to think about who you would be with the thing that you want, and I want you to work on feeling that way now. So the feeling is the important thing. So maybe the clothes or the haircut or whatever makes you feel that way, so then they will become important manifestation tools for you. But what I really want you to concentrate on is the feeling. Feel the way you want to feel. Feel like the badass entrepreneur. Feel like the person in a loving relationship. Feel like the person with a banging body. Feel the way you want to feel. And when you can deeply connect with that feeling now, it does this magical trick. It takes the pressure off of you actually receiving it. So in the last point, I was talking about how we tend to make achieving something mean something crazy. We make having money in our bank account or getting a relationship or whatever it is mean that we're going to be perfect and never have a worry again and have this weird, amazing, no negativity existence. And that just doesn't work. That's because that's an unreasonable picture of what life is like. So with this point, when we realize that we already have the feelings within us, that helps to take away this attachment. You already have the tools to let yourself have the feeling. You have all the skills inside of you already to feel like the badass entrepreneur, to feel like the person in the relationship, to feel like the person in the body. So the question should be, why aren't you letting yourself feel that right now? You can have those feelings, and then those feelings create the actions, and then those actions will come back and reinforce the thing, and then the thing will actually show up for you. It really all starts with the feeling, and you can generate any feeling that you want. You do not have to wait for permission from something. You do not have to wait to pass a certain magical finish line. You can feel the way you want to right now. And I'm in fact daring you to feel the way you want to right now. Why wouldn't you opt into those feelings? Why would you continue to show up for yourself in your life feeling less than how you really want to feel? The things that we want to manifest are actually always totally optional. They're always totally optional. We only want things because of the way we think they're going to make us feel. And we can create those feelings without the thing. So let's just skip ahead and start feeling the way we want to, and then actually that is how the magic happens. That takes the pressure off, and that it creates an incredible energetic magnetism, and in turn brings you the thing you want when you're not dependent on the outcome, when you're not attached to the outcome. The outcome is free to come your way. So think about that and get into the feeling. Okay, the fourth and final thing I want to give you today for how to fake it till you make it, or how to act as if the thing you want is already here and it's already real. It's one of my favorite manifesting tools, and it is called future gratitude. So gratitude is an amazing thing, and in fact, gratitude is a necessary ingredient for a happy and fulfilled life, because you can go out there and manifest all the things. You can create the most badass life that you've ever wanted. And if you are not grateful for the things that you have, you are going to feel miserable. So it is one thing to plan your life and to go out there and to create a certain existence, but you also have to remember to stop and smell the roses and pat yourself on the back and give yourself love for having achieved what you've achieved already. The things that you've achieved in your life are important. Appreciating what you have is important. And again, I like to think of this as a quantum trick of the universe. If everything is happening at exactly the same time, if all possibilities are already real, let's just flip ourselves over again to the new quantum field that we want to be in. We want to think about us having the thing that we want. We want to think about us, again, with the amazing body, with the bank account, with the boyfriend, whatever it is, and we want to feel gratitude from that place. So gratitude is a very different energy than all the other energies I've talked about. We've talked about deciding. We've talked about being excited but unattached. We've talked about creating the feeling but not being attached. And now we are talking about future gratitude. Feeling grateful for the thing having shown up in your life, even though it's not here yet. So think about how you can do that. Sit down, close your eyes, have a little meditation, envision yourself with the thing that you want, and be so happy and grateful to have received it. Can you do that? Most of us feel like that's a weird thing to do, but this is actually one of the secret quantum manifesting tools I suggest everybody go out there and try. Future gratitude is available to you now. You can be grateful for anything, even the things that haven't come to you. And in fact, that is such a revolutionary idea. Why not feel grateful? Why not feel happy about your future things that you're achieving? Why wait to feel happy about it? You can feel happy now. And again, feeling is the key. So come back, feel happy, feel connected, feel excited, feel all the things, and you can watch your world change. So that's it for today's video. I really hope that you enjoyed this one. I really hope that this helps create an energetic shortcut from where you are now to the desired outcome you want to have. You have the power to create any kind of life you want for yourself. All you have to do is learn how to get out of your own way. And that is where the mindset stuff comes in, my friends. And that is why I'm here every week talking in your ear about all the things that you need to do to shift your reality. I really hope that you go out there and use this. And if you do, please come back and let us know how it went for you. But thank you guys so much for watching this video today. If you liked this, comment below with the word manifest. I want to see how many of you watched until the very end. If you like this video, give it a like. And if you want to learn more about me, you can come on over to my site. I have a free workshop over there right now called The Real Reasons Why Manifesting the Normal Way Doesn't Work. So if you want to find out what the reasons are, then come on over, sign up, and I will send you the free training. With that all being said, you can catch my latest uploads right here. And other than that, I'll be back in the next one. So until then, I'm wishing you an amazing week. Manifest those desires. And as always, just remember, get ready for the miracle. See you guys.